How's it going? That guy was staring at me weird because I was sitting out here talking to a camera. I'm gonna get a juice, whatever he wants.
Especially on a hot day like this.
Well, it's Monday, and it's a warm Monday out here, 92 degrees in Charlotte. Came by Green Brothers to get a juice because I'm going to be traveling this week, and it's going to be very, very difficult to maintain any type of a semblance of a healthy eating diet while we're gone. But anyway, today has been busy all morning, email and working on some reports and so forth before I head out of town for a couple of days. Headed to the ESX conference in Nashville, Tennessee, which is a security expo. I'm actually getting to teach a class there on Thursdays. I did an interview this morning with a young guy that's looking for an apprenticeship within our industry, which was very encouraging. Had a great conversation with him today. One of the things that I was encouraged by with our team today, we've got people traveling everywhere. Two different complete opposite sides of the state. Last week we've got people traveling down into Charleston today, getting things prepped for an upcoming project. We've been really scattered in our organization from a personnel perspective over the past several weeks, and how our team has really kind of worked together to step up and work with each other to encourage each other. So yeah, it's Monday. We've got a lot more to do as the day progresses. Get packed and get ready for travel tomorrow. Should be fun.
Great month, and let me know if you can think. Okay, see y'all.
Thanks, everyone.
I just finished up with my monthly Masterminds group with Entreleadership. It is a majorly impactful time that I get to spend every month with between 6 to 10 other business leaders and managers from all across the country in various industries. I started with that program back about 7 or 8 months ago. It has transformed a lot of our thought processes here. Entreleadership is a group, it's a thought process, it's a theory. I guess it all started with a book that Dave Ramsey wrote many years ago. Entreleadership and Ramsey Solutions has a group called All Access. And you join the group and you join a mastermind. There's so many resources for businesses and growing businesses and trying to learn and develop together. The Masterminds group for me is always an encouraging time, and it's always a challenging time. It's one that it gets to help hold you accountable for actions that you said you were going to do in previous months, and it challenges you to make commitments for the upcoming months. It allows you to interact with other peers and to encourage them to answer questions, for you to ask questions and get answers. It's just overall an amazing experience to be able to connect with other business leaders. So Entreleadership, Masterminds, All Access, it's an incredible tool. One takeaway from today, in talking about delegation and building a team and encouraging your team and challenging your team to grow. So one of the conversations that came up in today's Masterminds call, which I think it was probably one of the most beneficial conversations that one could have and a really good takeaway. It was about 4.5 minutes of the entire hour and a half call, but it made you to really think and to challenge yourself. The question and the topic of discussion came up with delegation. What are some of the challenges that you face when you're delegating, or when you're handing off responsibility, or you're trusting some of your team members to carry out responsibilities that you as the business owner, manager, or leader formerly took care of? Well, one of the struggles or one of the challenges with doing that is trusting them or allowing them to fail and make mistakes that could be detrimental to the growth of the business, or that they could ruin some of our reputation, or they could make the mistakes that would be costly to our organization. The response to that question is the key. As you are a business leader, or you're developing, or you're growing, or you're struggling with these specific areas, with handing off responsibility, delegating, or struggling in trusting others to do those responsibilities, how did you learn your craft? How did you learn the skills in your business? And the answer was, well, I struggled through them. I made mistakes. I learned from my mistakes. I made costly errors. And it made you start realize the same exact thing that you struggle with, delegation or handing off responsibility or trusting other people to do those actions or take care of those tasks, is the same exact thing that you did as a developing business owner or manager or leader. Made mistakes, made costly errors. The same thing that you're wanting to protect your team from doing is the same thing that caused you to grow and develop and to become the individual that you are. So the answer to the question is, and it was kind of mind-blowing in a sense because it was very simplistic in its outcome, but it really made you challenge the way that you approach everything, is that the reason that you have learned the mistakes, or you've learned the things that you've learned, has been through mistakes, been through that school of hard knocks. And to hold people at bay, to not allow them to make mistakes, to not allow them to grow and develop, is you're only hindering them for their own growth. It's food for thought.